Nigerian Super Eagles feeling like they may not qualify for the World Cup, though Nigerians have hope alive and have faith alive in the team. But let's face it, 2 games to go. South Africa still ahead on points. Whether those points will be deducted or not by FIFA. They also have Benin Republic in the hunt. And combining this with the age of the team, given that you have players like Victor Osimhen, 26 right now, for the 2030 World Cup, he'll be 30. And then you have the likes of Iheanacho, that right now is 28. By next World Cup he'll be 32, so that just means a lot of players will be missing out from the team. So at this point, I think it is super important that we embrace the inevitable, which is we have to go for a brave new team. Nigerian football fans, Nigerian Football Federation, the Nigerian National Sports Commission of Nigeria out there, we have to start looking for a brand new team, a brave new team to go into possibly the 2030 World Cup and start preparations now. The preparation starts now. I know the next World Cup, it hasn't been decided whether or not Nigerian Super Eagles will qualify for that tournament or not, but planning for the 2030 World Cup starts right now, and long-term planning never really hurt anybody at all, never really did. So we need to start planning. And then when we're talking about players, the lots of players, whether dual nationals like your Rio Ugumoha, your Eric Parabo, grassroots talent doing big things, and then of course you've got the likes of Yoshola Ogundono, you got Adewale Ibrahim as well, Zodak Yohana. You have all these amazing talents everywhere. It's time to start planning for that brave new team. And for me, I want to look at having Chris Santos as a possible captain for that team. So there's even the under-17 guy, Wafu B tournament, right? Hoping to qualify for the AFCON. Scored a hat-trick in Nigeria's victory, yesterday. He scored 3 goals, 3 out of the 4 goals, and another special player I've heard things about, but I want to find out more about. Ade as well scored a goal in that game. So you can see talents everywhere. This is time to embrace that new brave team. Now, I know there are talents everywhere. For me, the ones that must make it into that team no matter what, even if Victor Osimhen is still around and still able to play at 30, for the Nigerian Super Eagles, which wouldn't be an absolute shocker, but may have lost some pace. I still want to see an Areri Porabo in that team. No questions asked about it. His trajectory is sky high. I think in this World Cups, under 20 World Cup, that will be doing a watch along for on the channel. He would really improve his stock in the markets. I think he will score tons of goals. That is one name that must be in that brave new team for 2030. And as well, Uche Crisantos, Uche, please, Guam, what do you prefer? Is it Crisantos Uche or Uche Crisantos? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section as well. So Uche is the guy who plays for Crystal Palace right now, and I think at the end of this season, if any Premier League team does have a lick of sense, then I think he will believe in Crystal Palace. But I know maybe they have some crazy bad clause there. Let's see how that shapes up, but he must be in that brave new team. Felix Agu is 25 right now, so talking about in 4 years time he'll be 29, so he'll be on his last legs with the national team. So should we begin to look at left backs? There's a David, there's a David that played for Werder Bremen. Not going to butcher his surname. Plays for Werder Bremen as well, the academy side. He is another player that should be definitely looked at to come into that left back spot. He is a left back, which just seems it used to be a thing where finding left-footed players used to be a very difficult thing to do, or a rare occurrence. But Nigeria, if you're looking for left backs, you have a lot of them. There's Iheanacho as well, that plays for Atalanta. So that is another player that you definitely should be looked at. Rafael Dorishimi, he is 22, 23. So going into the next World Cup, he'll probably be 20. 26, 26, 27. So he'll be stepping into his prime, coming into that World Cup. So these are some of the players that should be in that brave new team. Iheanacho, of course, I think he is ready to go in now, and the work to get him on board should start now. Chizaram Iheanacho is another one. He'll be fairly young because he's still about 16, 17. So next World Cup we're talking about 20, 21, 22 thereabouts. So still very young, but still should be ready. Should be in an age where you wouldn't be too shocked if he played in that World Cup. So this brave new team, the work for that team, to build that team together, to put that team together, should start now. And why am I saying start now? Because look at the likes of Morocco. I think they are the benchmark right now in African football, right? They are the benchmark. Look at their team from under 17 through to under 20s through to under to the senior teams. I almost said on the 30 there, but to the senior national team, both grassroots talents or talents that developed from Morocco, from the Moroccan domestic leagues and things like that, and those born outside of Morocco, maybe in Holland or in Spain. They're going out there, they're getting the best of both worlds, and Nigeria should do the same. Enough of all this talk of, oh, we need to promote our grassroots. No, stop it. There is no dichotomy between both set of players, both pool of players. As long as they're good enough, as long as they've got ability, you get them in irrespective of where. You need to have this team in play. You need to start making the groundwork for this team to be built, because people have said, if Nigeria misses out on this World Cup, things will be learned. No, things will not be learned. That is what I feel. What I want and what I wish would happen is, fingers crossed, if Nigeria doesn't qualify for the World Cup, that makes the NFF learn to say, okay, we are going to start building a team that is unbeatable in Africa, and that can really battle with everybody in the world stage. That's what I want. But another question is, why does it have to be now? Why does it have to take a failure? Why does it have to take a failure to qualify for a World Cup to learn a lesson? And if even that is the case, that it has to take massive failure, the past World Cup as well, missed out on it. What lessons were learned? So I just hope that this time the near miss of a World Cup, see what I did there? The near miss of a World Cup would really be that kick up the backside. David Odogu is another one that should come in to that centre back pairing, because we need that size in centre back. At centre back, we know Chus Ekong. I've talked about Victor Osimhen being possibly not being available for a 2030 World Cup, maybe coming to the end of his career, who knows? But definitely for sure, William Chus Ekong will be definitely out of the next World Cup, the World Cup in 2030, because he's already in his 30s right now. So, and he's already said that his AFCON is his last AFCON. So the AFCON for we're now in 2025. So the AFCON for 2027, he would miss that one, and definitely the AFCON afterwards, and for sure the World Cup in 2030. So he is gone. Now for goalkeepers, at least we've got Harcourt in Ebenezer Harcourt. You've got this Destiny kid as well from Bayelsa United. I would like to know what's happening with Vincent Nyema's son, but who knows, maybe he might be having his eyes on France or something. But he is another one that should be looked at. This should be the three goalkeeping choices you're looking at. I know people say goalkeepers age differently in football, like for instance your Stanley Nwabali. Yeah, possibly he could be around, but one issue we've had over time is this: we have not had goalkeepers that could come in if he's missing to take his spot. I know there's Noah Tubulu. I would like him to be at least in contention to be number one for Nigeria, but the way it is right now, maybe he's angling to play for Germany. Let's see how that shapes up. And I definitely don't want Nigeria to be second choice. If he wants to play for Germany, okay, but the question is, Nigerian Football Federation, have you done your homework? Have you actually gone out there, done the legwork, trying to get him, trying to speak to him, or you're just spinning out narratives right here and there? Because the NFF, for whatever reason, they prefer spinning out narratives to make players look bad. The stupid thing they put out on their own platform about City Desert was just silly. So Have you done your work at the Nigerian Football Federation? Have you done the work you need to do, to get him on board? Now, if you've done the work and he says no, then fair play. You need to then get these other goalkeepers. And then Ato Okonkwo is another one. And that's one reason you ask yourself to say, really, 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 have they done the work for Atubulu? Because Ato Okonkwo has switched nationality for some time right now, and they haven't gone for him. They haven't given him any single call-up. Chuba Akpom, not a goalkeeper, but as well, he had switched nationalities 2019 to play for Nigeria, but no call-up. Maja was only called up once, and that was cuttings after that. So, what's going on with the NFF? I don't know. So, at this point, what do you think of what I'm talking about? A brave new team putting together a new team for the Nigerian Super Eagles. I'll be having a second but a second in this series where I'll actually have information laid out and talk about this brave new team, what formation I would like to see them play. And Eric Chio being the head coach for that team, I'm not quite sure, because right now he's doing one of those things that new coaches do or young coaches do, which is, play players out of position and say my style of football, which is just crazy to me. But what do you think about having a new team, a brave new team, Nigerian Super Eagles fans, Nigerian football fans? What do you think? And subscribers, thanks for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on yet another video. Stay well and stay blessed. Bye bye.